As a population, we are all living longer, so the number of elderly people living with dementia is rising.
But in the near future, the proportion of people developing dementia may be driven much higher by another factor, because a new theory now seems to strongly suggest that the kind of diet that makes you obese may also cause Alzheimer's.
And in the last 40 years, the number of obese people in the population has gone from 1 in 30 to 1 in 4.
It's a memory test.
Professor Christian Holscher leads research into Alzheimer's disease.
There is the danger that we might face an avalanche of neurodegenerative diseases. Now, that is genuinely scary, and that's certainly something we should avoid or do the best we can to try to prevent it or deal with it somehow.
It all comes down to the role of insulin, the hormone released into the blood to control glucose, the fuel that we get from food. A poor diet can make insulin levels go awry. That's what causes diabetes. But what's now become clear is that insulin also plays a vital role helping brain cells involved in memory and learning.
There are receptors for insulin on many of the parts of the brain that are very important in Alzheimer's disease. So clearly, if insulin levels go wrong and you can't control your insulin, and glucose levels are also going awry, then this could have consequences for the way your brain functions.
You can see the effect of Alzheimer's on the brain here on the right. Some scientists are so convinced abnormal insulin levels cause this, they think Alzheimer's should now be classified as a form of diabetes. And this new understanding does raise the hope a treatment might be found among medicines used for diabetics. But perhaps what really needs to happen is for the prospect of getting such a devastating disease to prompt a change in eating habits.
I think a lot more education needs to be put into this to emphasise to people it's not just their heart that they should be concerned about, it's also their head as well.
The evidence is growing that poor diet may contribute to causing Alzheimer's. And if that's right, the consequences of Britain's obesity epidemic would be dwarfed by the effects of a rising tide of dementia. Catherine Jones, 5 News.